Alright, how you guys doing? I'm Pitmaster JW of the competition barbecue team. JW Barbecue and Wing. And let me walk around here. Okay, here I am. So what I have here in front of you is a 3-pound, 0.8-ounce pork tenderloin. And I am going to trim this up and get this prepped to smoke later on, and I'm going to walk you through a quick, easy step here as to how to prep your pork tenderloin. Okay, now what I have done already, I took it out of the package and I wiped it down with some white vinegar. I always do that to my pork before I decide to do anything else to it, to cleanse it up a little bit. And like I said, I'm going to go ahead on and trim this down. The first thing I'm going to do is flip it over, and see all this white on the back, the silver skin. I'm going to trim this down as much as I can, because this right here is kind of tough and it's a waste of time cooking it, and you cannot get the rub to penetrate that. So first thing I want to start with is trimming down some of the silver skin here on this pork tenderloin. And I have a nice 6-inch boning knife here that's very sharp, and I recommend, if you're going to use any type of knife to do anything, make sure that it's sharp, because don't you know that more people get cut by a dull knife than they do a sharp knife, because they have to use it and apply more pressure to it, and has a tendency to slip and get away from them because of it being dark. So get you a good boning knife or a good paring knife, but just make sure that it's sharp. And like I said, what I'm doing right now is cutting away some of this old silver skin here, and then I'm going to trim this pork tenderloin up, get it injected, get a rub on it, and let it set for about 2 hours or so, and that'll give me time to do some other things. And then I'll bring you back and put this on the grill smoker and show you exactly how I smoke my pork tenderloin. Now I'm going to be using some of my very own made pork rub, and I'll show that to you in a moment. But let me work on getting this silver skin off real quick. You don't have to get every single grain of it off, but you want to trim this down as much as you possibly can, because it doesn't chew very well also. And you want to try to get as much of that rub into this meat as you want to get that flavor down into it. Okay, as you can see, I'm left-handed, so it might look a little weird here for all you right-handed individuals. I'm going to come back up to the top of this tenderloin, try to get up under this silver skin here. Hold it up just a little bit and cut away at it. And you see how you can get up under that real easy there. Like I say, I'm Pitmaster JW, and I'd like to thank you guys for tuning in. And I'm quite sure after this is over with, you'll be able to take your pork tenderloin the next time you buy it, and do some of the things that I'm doing to this pork tenderloin here. I see some guys pulling up. I'm in my garage. I see some guys pulling up in front of the house here. Look like tree trimmers. They got a bucket truck, but they doing what they do, and I'm doing what I'm doing. Okay, so now I'm headed back up to the top of this pork tenderloin, sliding my knife just up under that silver skin to get it up. And this is coming off good. Like I say, a good boning knife, a good paring knife, as long as it's sharp, and you're on your way to taking care of your business here without any problem. Now, you don't have to take the silver skin off. If you like your silver skin on and like a nice hard chew when your meat is done, then by all means do leave your silver skin on. But I just don't. I'm not going to eat it, so it's a waste of time for one cooking it. And I like for my rub to get down to my meat. Okay. And I got just a little bit more here to go on the top. And I'll go over, do a little bit on the side. And then I'm going to square this up. Get it injected. The injection that I'm using is from Meat Church. chicken injection. I'm using some of that instead of pork to give it a different flavor profile here. And I mixed it with some apple juice because nothing pairs better with pork than apple. So just a little pro information there. Get you some apple juice. And I have some apple juice rub too, but there's no need to use the rub because I got apple juice in my injection. And so I think that would be plenty apple for this pork tenderloin. Almost done here. Get up under there and try to get that up. There we go. Okay, I have just a little bit more here to go on the side. And a lot of this I want to trim up and square off. And get this little piece here. Okay, now let me kind of try to go back and smooth this out on top. Just a little bit, make it lay flat when it's cooking. It cooks a lot better. And you try to keep it as even as possible. Increase the airflow in your grill or smoker so it'll cook all the way around evenly. Alright guys, I'm going to flip this up just a little bit here. I'm on the side now, trimming off some of this silver skin that's on the side. And run the knife back up under here and get that little bit there. Okay, just a little small batch there. It wouldn't make no difference if I got that. It's just a little small batch, but I'm going to get it anyway since I'm up in here working on it. Now I'm going to flip it over to the top. And this is where I'm going to begin to trim it up. Okay, shape it like I want to. And this doesn't need much done to it. It's pretty well cut tenderloin here. Cut off a little bit on that end. Come back to the front of it. Square it up just a little bit there. Okay. Trim that shag off right there. Okay, now, and just a little bit there. So now I have an even squared up pork tenderloin that I have just removed the silver skin. And so now it is time to get in to the fun part, the injection part. Ooh. Okay, one thing I want to do right now is get rid of some of this silver skin I just cut up. You guys stay right there for a moment. Okay, I'm back. Now, what I'm going to do... Yep, I dropped the needle. I'm going to go ahead on, get this injected. Then I'm going to put a coat of mustard on it to bind my rub. And then I'm going to let this set probably about 2 hours. And I'll be back with you guys and I get the grill and stuff set up to smoke this. So now let me move my cutting board out of the way. I'll set that down there for a second. Like I said, I'm using meat church chicken injection here, mixed with some apple juice. And I'm going to inject my pork tenderloin. Okay, you just take this, work a little pocket in there, shoot it up, pull it out, squeezing it as you shoot it, pulling back on it. Make your little pocket, pull it back. You can see it rising up now. Make your little pocket and continue to push as you pull it out. Applying that that injection. And let me tell you, you are going to see, well, you would taste a tremendous difference in just putting this up here without anything. It tenderizes, and not only tenderizes, but it gives it that flavor that you say, woo, that was something else. And you want to inject it good, because pork can take a lot of injection. So like I say, wiggle it around just a little bit, squeeze it, pull it out, squeezing it at the same time. Okay, you can wipe all this brine off when you finish. I mean, I don't know why I keep saying brine. Injection. That's a totally different thing. That's another video. And just go back, dip it in there, make a pocket, work it around, squeeze it, pull it out, squeezing it slow as you pull it out. Now this is a 3-pound pork tenderloin, so I'm specking about 3.5 hours best at 250. I'm going to run it today. It might flex a little bit, 260, 265 here and there because of the weather outside. But I'm going to put a cup of water inside to keep it moist, keep some moisture inside while it's cooking. Okay, so I think I got that well injected. I'm just going to spread it around, then I'm going to come back with some paper towels. Okay, and dry it off. Let me get some paper towels here. Like I say, I'm Pitmaster JW, and I am working on prepping a pork tenderloin to smoke. What you've seen so far, you can just go back and go back through it and look at the video, and I'm working you step by step as to how to get there and get you a nice pork tenderloin, smoked pork tenderloin, or you can grill it, but this one I'm smoking. Okay, like I say, one of the main things you want to do is try to get rid of as much of that silver skin as you possibly can. Let me put this out of the way here. Go back and dry this tenderloin off just a little bit more, and then I'm going to give it a coating of mustard. Then I'm going to use some of my rub. You can get this online at my website, www.jwbbqandwings.com. Once again, that's www.jwbbqandwings.com. You can buy this right offline from my website, and I think that's going to about do it as far as patting it down. Now I'm going to give it a coat of mustard. And I could use some more paper towels. 1 second, guys. Okay, definitely got to go get some more paper towels. Okay, now it's time to apply the mustard. The only thing the mustard serves as a binder to keep the rub from falling off. Okay, your meat won't be tasting like mustard when it's finished. I know you say, well, I use mustard because my meat, I don't want my meat tasting like mustard. No, it won't. It will burn off, and you would never even notice that it was actually there. Okay, so now I got it coated with mustard. The next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to turn it over on its back side. I'm going to start from there. Okay, using my barbecue rub. Okay, you can buy it in 2 forms here. You can buy it in the spicy pork rub, or you can buy it in the regular competition rub, which doesn't have the kick that the spicy do, and the spicy does have a kick. Okay, and you can get both of these online. They're both available. I'm just going to go ahead on, start at the end here, making sure. Let me coat that just a little bit more. Okay. I need to open this up. Take the seal off, the vacuum seal. There we go. And I am using the spicy one today. My sweet and spicy pork rub. Okay. And so I'm going to go up to the corner, the end. Get that coated real good. You want to coat the top, the side, the ends, the top, the bottom, real good. And flip it over to the side first. And don't be stingy with it. Use a lot of it. Because I want you to use all of it so you can order some more. No, I'm just messing with you. But use a nice coating. Okay. And I got that nicely coated. This is the bottom. Now I'm going to flip it over to the top. Do the same thing to the top. Get a nice coating there. Okay, now you're just going to let this rest until you're ready to put it on the grill. In my case, I have a few other things to do today, so I'll be back at this in about 2 hours or so to get this on, give or take. And there you have it. Now, I'll catch you later when I get ready to put it on the grill. So you guys, I hope you learned something with this one. So I'll be back in about 2 hours.